We've just come up the grand staircase and we are now in a small west-facing sitting room called the Sunroom. According to family members, this space was Margaret's favorite in the house. Here she entertained close friends or family, wrote letters, and planned events. The balcony through the door was where newspapers said that a small orchestra played during that 800-person garden party we talked about in the dining room. Here, too, you can see the brown sofa, brought from Leadville and eventually passed down to a family member, as well as a radio Mrs. Brown purchased in 1932. On the wall, you may see a photo of the Brown family taken when they still lived in Leadville, we think before making their wealth. Later in her life, Margaret said that their Leadville years were the happiest time of her life. With their lives and interests pulling them in different directions, Margaret and JJ legally separated in 1909, but in observance of their Catholic faith, never divorced. Following the separation, Margaret continued to travel and work for her various charities, and JJ oversaw his mining interests all over the Southwest. We've now continued up to the third floor of the Browns' home. Today, this space is one large room used for museum events. Based on recollections from the family and others who lived here, the third floor was originally divided into several rooms, only accessible by the back servants' stairs until 1908, when the Browns had the grand staircase extended to the third floor. Accounts say that this large area was 2 rooms with the right half closest to the street used as a nursery or playroom for the Brown children. The left or back half of the space was living quarters for a nanny, other staff, or extended family. It is undetermined if or when this room was made into one space, as it was divided when it became a museum in 1970, and Historic Denver turned this into one large room for programming purposes. This simple room tucked under the eaves belonged to 1 to 2 female live-in servants. Servants living up here would have likely used chamber pots and washstands rather than the family bathroom located on the second floor. Based on archives and census data, we know that one of the Brown servants was Mary Mulligan. Mary worked as a maid and personal seamstress for Mrs. Brown and likely also helped around the house with cleaning and other duties. We also know that Mary got to travel with the Browns on their around-the-world trip to India, China, and Japan, based on passport documents, as well as a photograph of Margaret and Mary dressed in kimono.